for me, the biggest adjustment from the get-go to online teaching was really rethinking how I was going to engage students, particularly in the synchronous space, in the Zoom format, because that was something that really was the part of this that was very unfamiliar to me. And I think figuring out as an instructor how to engage students, how to kind of set an intentional tone in my classroom, how to cover the material in an electronic, on the computer way was very new and very, very different for me when I compared it to my prior experience teaching in a traditional physical classroom. And I think I've, over time, problem solved that and really experimented with different ways to make the Zoom space more interesting and more engaging. And I think in order to do that, I had to really just think very differently about my whole approach. So I now think about my online courses very holistically. I think about all of these different pieces of the technology that we use, Moodle, Zoom, VoiceThread, Panopto, and even email and how we use that is kind of all adding up to being part of the experience of students being with me, the instructor, in a learning environment and a learning community. So I really try to think about making those connections across the technology and all these different platforms so that when students are in the course with me, we're all going through a journey through the experience of the course together. So that took a while to get there, but I think as I started to really embrace the idea that all of this can add up to an experience for students where they feel, okay, they're learning, they know where they're going, and they know what the goals are, that it really, really starts to open up a lot of possibilities about how to think about teaching in an online format. And I think it really forced me to really experiment with new ways of teaching and engaging students. What I really appreciate about online teaching is very much tied to this moment that we're all in. So I think for me, the most important piece of being online and teaching online right now is the idea that in the face of this pandemic and all of the challenges so many folks are going through, I see that students have confidence that their education and their educational goals and their trajectory is not going to be interrupted. Now, when I think about online education, I don't want to speak about it globally. I really do want to tie it to this moment that we're in and say that I think because we all kind of moved directly into it, that I'm now really thinking about it very seriously as a powerful platform. Not just for me to be able to teach, but also a platform to create continuity and community in our learning environments in the university. So it's really allowing me to continue to do my work and make connections with students in the face of just tremendous challenges in this year.